Okay, hello everyone. Welcome once again to ABC Talk channel. I just feel I should come on here and discuss this. It is important for me to discuss this, and that is why I'm doing this. Like I gave updates to all my viewers about what has been going on in my life and about my children's condition. And everyone that has listened to my video knows the reason why I have been off radar for a while. And despite all this, I promise that when I have pressing issue like this, every now and then I will still come on here and I will still discuss it. Because I just can't keep quiet about this. And that also goes to my religious channel. Even if it have to be once in the month, I'll still come on here and I'll still talk about Bible meditation on my religious channel as well. Okay, why am I here today? I am here because the society we are in now, correct me if I'm wrong, if your community, your society, the part of UK you live in or the part of London you live in, you have a different opinion. But I am speaking based on my own experience and opinion. And I have heard people on YouTube also that with heavy heart that, just like briefly mentioning that with saddened heart, what the society we are in today has turned into. And this is the reason why I'm doing this video. We are in a society whereby it's filled up with toxic people. Toxic people that will go out of their way, that will go extra miles to destroy your life, to contaminate your life with their contagious poisoning as a result of their toxic mind, because they are toxic minded people. We are in a society whereby we have prejudice in the name of people, in the name of group, in the name of association. Association of secret cult that are the representative of prejudice to the letter. Cold-hearted people that does not have compassion, that does not have mercy for their object. Or should I say, I think the right word to use, not object, the right word to use is for their victims. Because anyone that you are subjected to that kind of prejudice, action, characteristic from the group of people I'm talking about, you are become the victim. They do not have compassion. They do not have mercy whatsoever for their victim. Their mind is so polluted, their mind is so contaminated, their mind is full of so much evil, their mind is so biased, they are unreasonable. Because they shut their mind, they are stone-hearted. They are the typical representative of evil-hearted people that God mentioned in the Bible. Typical representative of the group of people in Sodom and Gomorrah. When Lot pleaded with them that these people are my guests, do not have carnal knowledge of them. Lot offered them his daughters. But they are determined and bent on their evil doing and their evil act. And God judged them accordingly to the works of their hands. These people are the set of people, the group of people that stand and represent those same group of people that are the typical representative of prejudice to the letter. They can see, but they don't want to reason. Even I, myself, and my family, in my local, when I say in my local, gang up of set of people, because they are a group of occultist organization that will blindly attack their victim regardless of what their members of group of occultic organization did. They don't care if that person is a criminal, actually commit crime against you or not. They don't care if you are the victim in the hands of the association group. They don't care if you are in the right or you are in the wrong. All they care about is that even if the member of the association or member of the secret corps is in it doesn't matter if it's in the right or in the wrong, or she's on the right or in the wrong, they will viciously attack you. Many people has been subjected to what have been subjected to, what my family has been subjected to, and they died as a result of it. And this was neatly covered up because these people have their members of group even in places, high places, that will cover it up because they are rebelliously determined to get rid of people they feel like we don't want. Even it doesn't matter if you do something wrong or not. You don't have to offend them. You don't have to do anything wrong. They will always find a reason to make you their victim. They will always find an excuse. I have said it in some of my videos before. They will even orchestrate and make believe. They will go out of their way, lie, and when they lie, they will make sure they orchestrate something to make everyone that hear their lies to believe what they say, even if they have to engage in deliberate provocation. And people that does not know what you are passing through in the hands of this group of people, I'm talking of people of diverse background, diverse nationality, people of diverse skin color. Even people of my own background are there. People from EU are there. Brits are there, indigent. People of different color are in the midst of this association, and they operate with viciousness. And when they go about their operation, they are so relentless with it. They are so relentless with it, like as if they are demonically possessed. And they will look for anything and everything to give themselves excuse to. Going extra miles also to lie against you and to provoke trouble for them to give themselves excuse for attacking you. This is the community where I find myself. I've been in this community for about almost 20 years now. And I know the community I was in before now, and I know the community I'm in right now. And they are so prominent that everyone that is not part of them and their wickedness and evil doing is even scared of them. They go to the extreme of spreading their contamination in an aggressive way that everyone and anyone that is is open to be contaminated, or that they manage to maneuver or manipulate or tricked, become part of them, and they are really aggressively expanding their coast. And this is why I call them prejudice, because everything they are doing is nothing more than prejudicial behavior. Prejudice act, prejudice activity, character. They will even go extra miles. I have had the experience. They went extra miles. People that are close to you, they will contaminate their mind. They will brainwash them. They will spoon feed them with lies. I don't know if they use other evil force or diabolical means to do this, to the extent that those people will become poisonous towards you too. And they use them as point of contact to extend that prejudice act and prejudice character to you, to get to you. Having said all this, I would love to also chip this in. If you have different opinion, please chip it in. If you agree with me, please chip it in. If you have criticism about what I said, please chip it in. But I am talking and I'm saying that it's based on the fact. I am an immigrant. I relocated into the United Kingdom because my husband was here and he was frustrated and he was like, he's tired of this, he's lonely, he can't do this alone. So about a year after he came, I relocated into England. I joined him with my little kiddo, which is our first child, as I said. And when I came in, the people in UK are the most lovely, most welcoming, most kind people I've ever seen. They don't look at you and treat you based on your color. They treat you right, like they treat you they treat you like human being. They respect and regard your right. And talking about human rights, that is what Britain stands for. Britain stands for everyone, every people's human right. Britain is one of the country in the Western world that is in the forefront of fighting for everyone's human right. That is what Britain stands for. And that is what makes Britain stand out among other nations all over the world. When I came into this country, I came with the intention that, greener pasture, I'm going to make my life better. And I'm going to be there for my partner. And we will succeed, we will make it together. Or sometimes when you come into a country, you come with an intention that, I'm going to maximize my opportunity. But unforeseen circumstance sometimes delay or completely block your mindset. And when you get here, your intention and your ambition, your zeal, and you get into the country. I know there are people that does not have any intention other than to come and just make the government dry. They will come with like 10 children, 8 children, bring in their extended family, and they are all on the government purse, supporting and feeding them, doing everything for them. They are not here to work. I know there are people like that. And I will never be in support of such. Having said this, I know also there are people that are actually victim of circumstance. I'm speaking from experience. People that are actually victim of circumstance. that came with a different mindset to better their life, to maximize the opportunity in the land because they know that they're coming into a greener pasture. Now, as a result of unforeseen circumstance, their dreams was crushed or was destroyed or crushed. That alone is a huge frustration for people like that. That alone make you feel like I came with so high expectation. Look at where I am. That alone makes some people even feel like I came here to better my life and the lives of the people at home. And I want us to understand something. If you are an African and you come to United Kingdom, automatically at home, the expectation is high. I'm telling you the truth. The expectation is really, really high. You are no longer looked with the same eyes. You are not looked with the same eyes as someone that lives in your country anymore. You are looked with a higher eyes and expectation. You are seen as a better person that is going to better many people's life. And you yourself, you are seen as, oh, this person should be able to this, should be able to that. And even when you like say, oh, I want to retire, I want to go back home, or you decide to stay in UK, whatever your decision is. If your family visits you in UK, their expectation is high. They want to see you in a high place. They want to see you in a better position. They want to see you living a better life, high standard life. And when you decide you want to, like, you live in your own home, a spacious, beautiful mansion or whatever, you have a good car, you have a fat purse, your standard of living is beautiful. And way, way higher than the standard of living way back home. That is the way people from Africa, that is the way our loved ones look at us. Even friends and families, that is the way. Even neighbors around, if they know that, oh, this person lives in abroad, when you come home, they want to see the difference between you and the people that live back home. That, oh, you're a better person than them in many ways. But things has changed. The table has turned now. And many people are like, do I make the wrong decision for being here? Due to unforeseen circumstance that makes people like myself and those people that find themselves in the same predicament, the same shoe that I find myself, that makes you think that did I make the right decision for being here? Don't get me wrong, UK is a beautiful place to be. Regardless of your challenges, if you say this is your nation with African origin, Brit as well, where you live is your home. But the difference is that we migrate from somewhere, which is our primary home, where we come from, to United Kingdom. And it's what you fighting might and mouth and tooth. This is my country also, so you cannot frustrate me out of my country. It's worth it. It's worth it standing your ground. That this is my nation, this is my country. You cannot treat me like a piece of trash because I've got a right as well. And I think it's unfair to take away those rights. I think it's unfair for people to push you aside, like I see, you are not part of the community, part of the country, part of the society, because you are immigrants. I think it is totally wrong and unfair. It's your nation as well for immigrants, and it's worth fighting for. And I say it's worth fighting for. In your own unique way, fighting for your right, like I have a right to be here. If the law allows me to be here, if the nation, the people, right from the beginning, if they welcome me here, if I'm welcomed here and I'm here already, I'm contributing my quota to the nation, then I have a right to be here. Like I was saying, many people are here to put in their very best. In so doing, better their life, contribute their quota to the nation in every way humanly possible, including paying the necessary tax, this and that, and that, and that. And I know one thing for sure is the fact that many immigrants, many foreigners has contributed a lot to the nation. But when you have some set of people, because I don't know, but like I said, they're prejudice. And a prejudice can be any group of people that are acting based on biased mind, biased opinion, contaminated, whatever mindset, racism, discrimination, just name it. So much hatred from the toxic minded people. So much hatred. So much hatred. Because a prejudice person or group of people, the cost is really wide. The definition is really big, it's huge, it's wide. Having said all this, I'm gonna say this. I think I did a video about it sometimes back as well. I worked in this country. Well, unfortunately, I would have loved to do more. Well, because of I had family problem and everything, and I was so restricted. But all the same, with stubbornness and struggle, I work in this country. I was employed by my local council with special needs school, and I'm properly trained to work with children with special needs, everything safeguarding, handling, just name it. And I also work as a healthcare assistant as well, properly trained to cover every part of that as well. For you to be able to see the sign of some most common like dementia, like stroke, like just name it. Giving first aid help, resuscitation, just name it. Everything. I'm well trained in that aspect also because for it was brief, but I work as healthcare assistant in this country. I work as midday meal supervisor and teaching assistant cover. In this country, I was employed by my local council. I did that also in this country. And I major part of my work, I work as support artist, doing charitable things for the community, for the youth, for the nation, even for my people back at home, here in UK, to support the market women and to help people to be able to stand on their feet right from here in UK. I did lots of charitable support job for many years as well. I gave years of my life to charity things, supporting charity works and organizations, both private and personal. Because I know Britain is a place that really appreciate and value you when you support the in the support in charity work. You support and you help in development, the growth and improvement of the country, the nation, and the people as a whole. and you support the growth of the nation. Britain appreciates you. And that's why I did this charity work that I did, this period of time that I, I did the charity things. Because it's humanitarian thing, it's in a humanitarian deed. I never regret it at all whatsoever. It's my own way of contributing my quarter to the economy, to the nation as a whole, and to the lives, impacting the lives of the people that comes my way, that cross my path in my life. To support this country and to support my people at home, way back in Africa. What I'm trying to say is that, and all this while, I did my own private thing, Mary Kay. I also like did Mary Kay. I did lots of things. I even started my own business. I think I mentioned it sometimes back, and I registered the company name, but I couldn't continue due to another unforeseen circumstance. What happened to my son, one of my sons? Already, I've got one with extreme complex needs, but his older brother, as a result of what happened to him, my business that I've just started is still very young. I have to put a heart to it. I set up the YouTube channel for it to promote it, putting things in place, spending money to put things in place for the business to be, to start up and running. And doing everything I could do privately also to create awareness for my business. And I registered with Company House, but because I couldn't, really actively continue with the, operation of my business and, standing on, standing on my feet with my business and everything was put on hold and at the heart. And I think Company House also, cancel my registration number. And I think I had that registration number on my YouTube with the ministration registration number from Africa. I had it on my YouTube, but I removed it because they already canceled it. Thus, I feel out of many things I did as self-employed. I think the extra the media job was a self-employed thing. Well, because majority of what I did was charitable work, contributing to the society, and contributing into the lives of the youth, and both private and companies, a lot. Even during the time of the referendum, I was very much active part of the campaigner of referendum. And I have my invitation letter from BBC when they did the open debate at BBC, with BBC, when they did the open debate on TV, I was there on the TV station live and direct. I have my letter at home as my proof. Because then people from different parties, diverse background, came together. Everyone, the one that choose to campaign for Remain, they have their own center separately. The one that choose to campaign for Leave, they have their center separately. But it was unique because people of different parties, that you have different propaganda, you have different ideology, different mentality, different perspective of life, all came together during the time of referendum, both on the field, in the office, telephone campaign, handing out of leaflet, everything. I was physically part of it to the end. I joined the campaign, the referendum campaign, as a Labour Party supporter because I am hardcore Labour Party supporter, right? And that does not make me hater of other party. To be honest, I respect other party because each party have a meaningful ideology, plans mapped out for the betterment of the nation and the people. And any area, aspect that he's found wanting. That is why you have every other party where you rub mind and, amendment is being made and, everyone working towards the betterment of the country. So, but I'm hardcore Labour Party supporter. I was feeling part of it to the end. So those are few out of a lot I did in this country to support United Kingdom, to even support my own nation back in Nigeria, my own people. And while I was doing this, mind you, I am full-time carer to my little kiddo aside there, which is based on 35 hours a week, day and night, round the clock. You are paid based on 35 hours a week. And yet you still have the prejudiced people that chase you up and down about everywhere you go. Oh, she's making government dry. She's living on taxpayers. The madness started from my former address that when I walk along the road, this white guy, I think I mentioned him sometimes back, is my neighbor, and I've been nice to everyone. Will go like batching at me, giving me ugly look. He's living on Even when I'm walking, the hatred, and that's why I said they are prejudiced people, because the hatred towards people of color, people towards immigrant was so extreme. The hatred, I couldn't understand the hatred. And that hatred, as a carer, you are not left out. I know that over the years, carers have never been appreciated. And I came out, that was what motivated me to come out with a video I did also, that carers are working based on hours you do. 35 hours a week, day and night, round the clock. The government appreciates you for it, they pay you for it. And they treat the money they pay you as income. But what I don't understand is that the people in the society treat you like as if you are making government dry. Because I know of other benefits that you don't have to move a finger for it. And this set of people, among them are people that are taking this benefit, that are even beating the system, that are defrauding the system, that are taking this free cash. I call it free cash. Unlike carers, that you work for it. You earn what you are paid. You are paid below what you work for, because most of us, my experience, if any other carer is out there that have other experience, you can talk about it. You can chip your comment on the comment section. You can chip your opinion down below. One thing I know for sure, as a carer for how many years now, since my son has been diagnosed, as a full-time carer, and I combine it with being a mother to 3 boys, with being a wife, with being a home maintenance or home manager, and a career woman, and I know where it landed me in terms of my health. It landed me with serious health consequences, and yet I still have to undo the people that I call prejudice. Then people are not brave enough to come forth to the public. When they come to you, they are sneaky about it. They will come close to you for your ears alone. But now they come forth to the public because they now do it and get away with it with no one to bring them to book. And they have a crafty way of going about it as well. And because I get away with it, I have experienced it way back then. I'm talking about around 2013. Was it 2013? 2013, 14 or so. Or was it 2015? Between the range of 2012, 13, 14, 15. At my working place, I'm a professional. I'm trained as a professional. At my working place, now another person looked at me because I'm a woman of color and said to me, go back to where you come from. We don't want you here. I know if I call the police and report him, it will get in trouble. But because it's my colleague, I didn't call the police. Instead of that, I spoke to my boss about it. And I said to them, if you think I'm lying, check the CCTV. You will see it there. And I completely ignore him. I carried out my role in the dinner hall. Then I left. And that was the genesis of the victimization, the terror I suffered. Because it's not only these people, we even have people of color in our midst that are hardcore racist, that are hardcore haters. That was the beginning of the genesis of the terror I faced at my working place. And because I'm anemic, I'm anemic. And I still combine being a full-time carer, being a mom, being a wife, being a homekeeper, and being a professional mom, a professional, as in a career woman, yeah. And being a career woman, I combine the whole three with my anemic condition. Because that is all I ever wanted to do. The moment I get to UK, I want a career. I want a life. I want to stand on my feet in my career, in my area of choice of career. I want to be totally independent financially. I want to be independent woman. Because when you want all those things and you have so much expectation and dream, and all those were frustrated or terminated or truncated, what happened was that it affects your self-morale. It affects your self-dignity. And when you couldn't, live up to your expectation also, when you couldn't live up to your expectation and you have prejudice, people around you executing and carrying out their prejudice act and their prejudice character, it kills your self-morale very fast. It kills your health very fast. Those are the toxic people I'm talking about. And that is where I found myself, even way back as I did. To the extent that my health deteriorated and I still forced myself to go to work. And on line of duty, I fell, grazed my knuckles, grazed my hand, and I was bleeding, grazed my ankle and my kneecap, and I was bleeding, and I got home, I dusted, and I continued with my job. Unfortunately, one day after I closed from work, on my way back home, I was so sick, my anemic condition skyrocketed, and while I was working, I was so dizzy and drowsy. Every energy in me drained out because now the problem is that I'm not facing this alone in my house, and the harassment next door to me from my neighbor, it also extends to my workplace. And I have my own marital problem because starting that career, being employed by my council and starting that career was against my husband's wish. I said then, I stubbornly said, I need a career. I have support my children and all, and they are grown up, they go to school, I'm all alone in the house. Then, while I was being full-time mom, I was into Mary Kay. I even begged my husband that I need your permission to go into TV extra work, be an actress, a model and everything. And he refused. And I said, okay, it's just to pass time. I will do it as hobby. It was based on that my husband allowed me. It has to be on hobby, not a professional way. But along the line, when I get to meet lots of lovely, lovely people, people of diverse background, people of diverse nationality, including the real legit beat, I was like, this is a beautiful place to be. And I decided to go pro. If I mention the few big names in the industry that I met, you won't believe that I have wine and dine. I have mingled with those people. I don't go around carrying myself like that, showing off that because of that. I'm still down to her. I'm still extremely humble. But in a situation whereby you find yourself being attacked repeatedly over many years by this group of prejudiced people, the only way for you to fight it is to find a way within yourself to build a defense around you. Find a way within yourself to look deep inside you and draw out that self-esteem, self-respect that they walk around the clock to destroy inside you, and walk with your head raised high. And that is what I did. When someone attacks you verbally in every way they could, even do things, treat you unfairly with so much hatred and attack you in every way with so much bias and discrimination, and yet they still point accusing finger at you that you are the most arrogant, the most da 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 da. With so much disrespect coming to you, all those things. And when you build your self-defense inside you, because that's the way you can protect yourself. When you build that self-defense inside you, and you walk with your head raised high, and you stood your ground or stand your ground, that regardless of how you treat me, I know within me that I am human being, and I have self-dignity, and I am a better person than all you bunch of prejudiced people. When you do that, they call you, oh, rude, arrogant. When you try to speak out for yourself, they call you all sorts of names. Pointing accusing finger at you, laying allegation at you, accusing you of what they are doing to you. They are like whitewashed people that inside of them is full of filthiness. That's the way I'll put it. They are like people that look in the mirror, but they couldn't see the reflection of themselves on them. But they see the reflection of themselves on other people, innocent people, and attack you and treat you with so much distaste, despise you with so much disrespect, because they are blinded to themselves. They didn't see that they are the one that carry that failure in them. They channel the frustration of their failure to other people, that despite the challenges you are facing in life, you still keep on forging ahead. And you remain living your life with hope and expectation, with faith. They attack you because the failure in their life, they transfer it to you and see you as the make you, because you that they attack, the victim, you are not the failure here, but make you the copycat of their failure and attack you instead of looking at themselves in the mirror and seeing the reflection of their true identity. That is the way it is. That's the simple way I can translate this. I'll go back to being a carer, because I know that being a carer, thank God for the system. Thank God, because the people that are honest enough and God-fearing are still walking around the clock to sanitize the system. Because I'm not going to dispute the fact that the system needs to be sanitized. I agree with it that it needs to be sanitized. But we cannot punish the innocent along with the sinners. The people that contaminate and pollute the system are the ones that should face the consequence of their action. Because every action has a consequence. Not the sin, not the innocent, not people that are victim of circumstance in the hands of these same people. Some of these people, these prejudiced people, do this to cover up their track, to remove the eyes of people from them, and they use you as a shield and attack you and brainwash people. I have seen cases of people that like point accusing finger at other people that, oh, she will shoplift. She's in your shop. She's going to shoplift. And the security, everyone's eyes is on that woman that they say she's going to shoplift. Because a group of organization of criminals, you know what they did? They took advantage of that opportunity that they have been able to distract the eyes of the security officers, took advantage of it and stole from that store. And it became a repeated incident because they did it once and they get away successfully with it because they use innocent people as distraction. They shoplift and they get away with it. It's the fact. I'm not lying to you. I'm not making up stories. It is the bitter truth and the fact. And this is how these criminals operate. I think it's unfair on carers. I'm sorry if I annoy you, some of the carers that want to lie low. But I think it's unfair on the carers. Because you see some people, and I wonder, because I know, I look at my life and I know that my life is way, way too busy for me to go out of my way to victimize others, to terrorize others, or to turn myself into a prejudice against other people. I'm way, way too busy for that. When I leave my house, I have somewhere going. My time is crucial to me. My time is expensive to me. I don't like to waste my time. So it makes me wonder, people like that, how they get to waste their time away in such a way they do. Just for them to victimize, to terrorize their victims. And they'll pretend to be, oh, we're here because of we have a reason to, but they're not there because they have a reason to. It's because they are there to execute their prejudice character, prejudice actions and behavior, to become a terror to someone there and to spread the contamination because it's a disease. And they're doing a good job spreading that infection to as many people as they can, especially people that are gullible enough to be brainwashed and refine their minds to become prejudiced like them. They're doing a great job. And the aggressive way in which they go about it, they believe they have a right to say, to tell you where you should be, if you should go out or not, and where you should be, where you shouldn't be. They believe they have the right to say who stay in United Kingdom and who leaves. For people like myself that have a life, that my hand is more than handy. It's too my hand is so filled up with lots of responsibilities that my time is not even enough. I hardly have time for myself. I hardly have time for other things. And being a single parent, it's quite tricky, it's quite challenging. It makes me wonder how they have time to go about doing that rubbish. Because for people like myself that you are looking for a way for survival and you are doing, I see myself as working. The law might not recognize this as I'm working. They might treat me, oh, she's unemployed. Well, I'm working more than many people that go out there to work because I work around the clock. I'll do day and night. To the extent that my health it's taking its toll on my health. Even though payment I get, I appreciate the government for the payment. It's not much, but it's specific, it's based on 35 hours. And when they pay you to support you with what you do, when they pay you, they take out the necessary thing that they treat it like income. To cut a long story short, as far as the government is concerned, you are earning, you are making you are earning an income. But there is no provision in all the stipulated highlights when you apply. If you're unemployed, if you're employed, if you're self-employed, if you're this, if you're that, they should be included in those highlights if you are a carer. The mindset needs to change towards carers. This is my opinion. If you have a wrong other opinion, please chip it in. The mindset needs to change about carers. It's unfair for carers to be treated like piece of trash, like that jobless one, making government dry. No, we are not making government dry. Like I said earlier, I appreciate the generosity of the government, but government generosity is also based on something, and I'm going to mention it now. Why is the government generosity the payment we get? It is because I'm going to post it on this video as well. It is because carers that take care of your loved one, your family, you are saving the government huge amount of money on weekly basis. For children that have normal need for a care home is over £7,000 a week. I've mentioned it in one of my videos that I spoke about this, and I'm going to mention it now. And that's what I'm doing, exactly what I'm doing now. For carers that you have children with complex needs, if you need, I think it's the social service in charge of making those arrangements and everything. If your child needs to be put in a care home urgently, it costs over £10,000 a week. I'm saying per week. Let me put it that way. Mind you, some of those people, they and their family find themselves in this predicament as a result of medical error or complication, which is totally out of their control. Over £10,000 per week. Carers are not useless, carers are not jobless. Every one of us, we are all like vehicle. Different brand of vehicle have different durability. Yeah? We are all like a vehicle. Some people, they can combine it, or like I said, I was in my early 40s, late 30s, 40s, and into my late 40s as well. Late 30s into my late 40s. I combined many things with being a carer. And I paid for it dearly in terms of my health. And in between, I have to stop because the pressure also is in my home with a partner that wants you to stay at home because it doesn't want me to work. It doesn't feel secure with me standing on my feet and being financially independent and building a career, having a career. It doesn't feel secured with that. But I stubbornly no, I didn't come to UK to sit around. And I wasn't applying for any other social benefit except for the one that the government give automatically to people that have children. And because it's working child tax credit, except for those, and when my son was diagnosed, they started paying me carer's allowance. My payment on my name is my payment. My children's payment is for them, which is mainly for care and to support my children. And I have to combine my payment, everything that comes in with my children's payment, to foot the bills, to provide food. I think we share bills to a certain extent in my former house. Myself and my partner, we share bills. But the new house, I have to pay major bills, rent, I still support with feeding, I still support with topping up electricity, gas, a whole lot, blah, blah, blah. Even though it's got a good job, but it's not willing to even pay the rent. I'm the one paying the rent for many years until I completely go bankrupt. I couldn't afford it anymore because I'm on low income carers allowance. And I put it together to make sure myself and my children and him will have shelter on our head and other social bills that I need to pay. And still support my children also. The little I can get for myself. Sometimes I just blindly give myself a treat because I know I deserve it. And it makes me happy when I do that because I know I deserve it. When you give so much, when you sacrifice a lot, you deserve it to get a treat. Treat yourself. It's good. It feels good when you treat yourself. What am I saying? This is the reason why the government pays carers this allowance that is treated as income. This is why they pay to carers to support you. Because government themselves knows that as a carer, as a full-time carer, like I said, some people, their body is not, our bodies are different. We are not the same. A Daewoo car is different from Nissan. Mercedes-Benz is different from BMW, etc., etc. Likewise, we human beings, our bodies are not the same. Some people couldn't combine that care duty with other things. They couldn't because sleepless night, everything, the stress. If you watch the video of people with children with special needs and you see what they have to cope with in terms of managing the condition of that child, you will understand what I'm saying. Many people couldn't. Some people managed to. Carers save government purse. In my case, I have a child with significant needs, special needs. Yeah? All right? And number two, I've got recently, I think the problem started 2022 up to there. I've got another child with significant medical problem that came out of the blue. He used to be a basketball player. Now, he's bedbound with some special needs creeping up. A whole lot. I don't want to go into detail because I need to round up this video. So people like myself with children with extreme complex needs, I know that I'm saving the government over £20,000 per week. Because per child, like I said, for urgent placement into care home is over £10,000 per child. So I'm here to tell you, as full-time carer, be proud of what you're doing because you are not just supporting your loved ones, you are also supporting the nation, you're supporting the country, you are saving government a whole lot of money, even though we are not appreciated. I am saving government over £20,000 per week. Per child is over 10,000. So I know I'm not taking a benefit that I don't work for. I don't know what to call it, but I think the fair thing is that carers should be appreciated more, should be protected by the law against prejudiced people that go around batching and running their mouth. Ignorance, they said, is a disease. And they are diseased with ignorance at times. big time. Running them out, it's because of people like them that Britain is. Excuse you. You are not speaking for Britain. You are speaking for yourself. You are speaking out of ignorance, out of your prejudice, activity, and manner, character, and behavior. Drop it. They need to drop that fake attitude they put on, like I said, they are speaking on behalf of the nation. If you want to talk about someone that had the interest of the nation at heart, you can't have the interest of UK at heart more than I do. You can't have the interest of my nation, my country. I'm from Nigeria, and I'm proud to be Nigerian. I'm proud to be UK citizen as well. You can't have the interest of this country that is in connection with me at heart more than I do. Drop all this fake attitude you're putting. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. You need to open your eyes and see the true reflection of who you are. All this prejudice bunch of self people. You're not saving government any money. You are causing havoc and problem to the government. Because they use the people in offices and waste the government money running helter-skelter, pretending to be working, but they are not working. They are just wasting money away the way they are wasting their life away and their time because they don't have a life. They are not busy. If they are busy, they will not have time for what they are doing. It is so unfortunate that our society is full of toxic people nowadays. It's full of haters. It is so unfortunate. That is the kind of society we find ourselves nowadays. Because Britain is a beautiful place to be with beautiful, beautiful, lovely people that does not care about your background or your ethnicity or your nationality. They love you. The people in the country love you equally, like every other people like themselves. And you get to enjoy the privilege of the human right that you qualify for. But unfortunately, that is fast slipping away. It's slipping away so fast. And now we have the whole place contaminated with so much hatred, discrimination, and toxic people are aggressively spreading that infection. They're spreading the infection everywhere as much as they can. It's so unfortunate. Channel that energy. Stop victimizing, stop terrorizing the less privileged the more. Channel that energy into contributing positively into the nation. Use it in the right way. Many people does not wish for what happened to them. They are simply called victims of circumstance. Use your time very well. Channel that energy that you put on to terrorize people and show so much and show so much hatred to something positive that will progress the nation and let the nation and we, the people in it, grow together. Let us all grow together. Contribute your quota to help the nation to grow, not to pull the nation down. Do not tarnish the image of Britain in the eyes of the whole world. Do not give Britain a name as a racist nation. Because one thing I know for sure is that Britain is not a racist nation. We need to change our mindset and look at things from the positive angle, from the positive perspective. Let's build the nation together and brand the name of Britain for what Britain is truly is. I'm not a politician and I don't have the intention of becoming one. But there are basic things that we can do to help our own nation. And that is what we should focus on. That is where we should channel our energy to help our nation grow. For we that we are from different backgrounds, that we are immigrants, to help our nation grow. Take it or leave it, we all came from somewhere. Way back home and here where we are, which is our present home in UK. Everyone of different nationality need to contribute our own quarter to help the nation grow. The discrimination, the segmentation needs to stop because Britain is not a racist nation. It needs to stop because I also am a victim of it. It needs to stop. I know many people will be like thinking or saying, who is she to tell us what to do? I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I'm just stating the fact that whatever we do, it should be in the interest of the nation. It should be in the interest of the nation we call our home. Carers need to be appreciated the more. It needs to be included in their system when they're asking your status in terms of employment. Are you full-time carer? So they will treat you accordingly as a full-time carer. Employed or not employed. Self-employed. Business owner or whatever you want to put there. Are you a carer? It should be there if you are a carer. So that a carer can take it that I'm a carer. I'm not jobless. I'm working around the clock day and night to support my family or to support my loved one. And I'm saving the government over £10,000 per week over a person or a child. If you have two of them, you're saving government over £20,000 per week over a child per person. Okay, having said all that I said, I challenge this set of people that are harassing innocent people all over the place. I challenge them to save into government purse instead of wasting government's money. How much have they saved into government purse? I spoke about myself. People like me, myself, I spoke about myself and my family. I have saved into government purse. I have saved government purse a lot of money. Over 20 grand. Over £20,000 on weekly basis. Before then, over 10,000 or 7,000 plus. Call it whatever you want to call it. How much have they saved government money? How much have they saved into government purse? I challenge them to start saving government money instead of wasting it away and backing on Johnny that is prejudice to suit their own self need or to satisfy their own selfish prejudice activities. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm paying into the government purse. Everyone pay into the government purse. At the point in time of the other, everyone pay into government purse, including myself. When you walk in, you have to pay into government purse, into the tax purse. I'm talking about saving money. Carers are saving government huge amount of money. And the welfare system, they are doing it to appreciate and to support people that need that help, that are less privileged, that are vulnerable. All of these people, all of this family, including my family, myself, we do not pray for it. It just happened. We are victim of circumstance. And when that happens, there is nothing you can do. Save government money. Save into government purse like carers are doing. I'm not talking about, oh, I contribute, I pay my tax. I'm talking about real cool money. I challenge them to do that and to stop wasting government money. As for the carers, be proud of the good work you are doing. You are doing a great job. You are not a parasite. You work for the money you get. May God bless you all. I have to go now. I've got a guest. I need to go in now. I'll see you again. Please chip in your comment. This is have your say. Share your thoughts on Elizabeth on ABC Talk Channel. I'll see you again soon. Occasionally, I'll be doing this. Even my religious channel, if it's once a month, I'll be doing it occasionally. My son is at home. It's God Care Company. We have our ups and downs. We have our challenges. But God is able. God bless you all. I love you all. Be safe. God bless you.